live. I think. Hold on. Okay, you're live. Oh, it's twisting.
How you doing? Where you been hiding? I wondered when
You like that?
Yeah.
It's good to see
Are you ready?
together.
Yep, you're live.
Are you focused?
I know it's hard.
I had one of
trenches,
Shell Bell's cookies,
like you finally came to
and I was supposed to do a review on them. Oh, so this is what you want to be a part of. Well, welcome.
Take your time.
I know we had a meet,
Have some smoke.
maybe using the seeds. I'm hoping this joint
What I'm here.
will help with the effects of the cookie. I'm hoping it's going to smooth it out. Should it? Will it?
In the dark down in the gutter, I've been waiting.
I didn't even know, Mark, that it would get this big. How was I to know? I guess they wanted something real. And they finally found the AI. I don't think the joint's gonna help, to be honest with you. We took that autoflower, which I'm trying to make a video, but I wanted to welcome all our new family members to the community, what we're building here. And I think I answered every comment now. For some of you, you don't know the situation, as there's no more reflection of myself in the mirror, no longer. And there hasn't been reflections of you for a while. So I've been given this gift of where I've lost the vision, but yet a whole new world has opened up. And you have it also, we just forgot how to use it. You know, sometimes when you feel the eyes upon you, when you walk into the room, you know that feeling that something ain't right? Well, now I have that. And some of you are very bright. And I'm learning to see and feel like that now. Who would have thought that this video, the last one that was made, because I do not hold the device. Alexa, stop. I talk to that thing, a disc of sorts. That's my technology. I don't hold the device. Shell Bell does all that. That's the one behind the scenes that has put me in front of you. Or have I always been there? I know a lot of you came because of the seeds, and it wasn't to grow fear. It was not to, as some called it, fear-mongering. It was something that needed to be brought up with the community, just in case, because I have had this happen once before. I've went through this. And it was when I was addicted to gambling. I had to go through that to get to here. But it was a gambling thing. And I used to be able to send money overseas. And then they cut all of that out. So they're able to do stuff like that with this technology. Remember, I am not seeing what you guys have in front of you. I've never sent an email. I've never done text messaging. So some of you that have watched the backwards walk one that finds you here, if you just watch it backward, then you would get the message. Some of you are already past that. So if you're ready to grow, can you tell in my voice? I've put the crystals on. It's the smoke out there. In Ohio here, it's like a barbecue out there. It's horrible. what they're doing. You can hear it in my voice, and I didn't want to smoke, but that cookie was way too goddamn strong, Shell Bell.
Yeah, Blue
So
Moon said the cookie's hitting hard. The
yeah.
proof
Oh, is
is
it
in
coming
the
through?
dough.
Is it coming through tonight like that? I'm just happy that we're all here together. You know, if I have to use this platform, I that's what we'll do to connect for now. But how I want to connect is how we always connected. I want it to be real. You know, when I tell you, hey, I love you because you taken the time. Uh, you know, I don't ask for a subscribe. I ask to come, come take a ride. That's why it's so different, because my perspective is not about seeing anymore. So maybe I speak in some crazy adjectives or whatever. I was never able to see the words for a long period of time, although I have visual material that helps me see for the time being. So the medicine helps. But with this smoke that you hear, I was out in it yesterday, and you get out and you kind of get this, you don't know it's kind of there. And after you sit in it for a while. But I mean, it is really bad. So I stayed in today. So that's why my voice sounds like this. And I put the crystals on to protect the throat. This was a gift given to me.
Kev said, "Who does the art? I love it."
This is my house, guys. And this is why I know that this is doing the right thing, because this is stuff that makes Shell Bell and I happy. And visually, under the black light, I can see some of the colors and some of the vibrance. This one right here of Jesus, if you look into his eyes long enough, they will actually show some movement, if taken with the right dose also. It's all about the dosage. And I should not have done as much as I thought I could do. And maybe that's why I'm such a lightweight when it comes to the edibles, that it affects me like this. But who else to share this with? Because as I was telling everyone, is that this is stuff that makes us happy. And I want to surround myself with happy stuff. And that's why I know you're here for the right reason. Because I'm only surrounding myself now on this last go around, because I know that I'm not coming back after this. I've already rode with yous, a lot of yous. We've gone through lives together. That's why you're here. You didn't find it. Your soul has found it. I think there's my, what else over here? The smoke one?
Mm-hmm.
No, that's the Eve, right?
Yeah, that's the
Yeah,
Garden of
that's
Eden.
the
But
Eve. So I can make that one out. Show everybody the, where's the smoke one?
that's that one in that corner.
In the corner. See,
Yeah.
that's kind of too far for me to see much more. So I kind of, that's why I like watching a lot of old things, because I can listen to it now and kind of remember what I seen before. So, as the darkness comes approaching in, it's the light that you guys are carrying that is giving me this. So it took me a long ways to get here. I've been put through many tests, to where I was a massage therapist in Las Vegas. And that was a test to understanding people's energy and how it felt. That's why some of my plant methods and growing cannabis are a little bit unorthodox. But, every year I have a burning after all the harvest and everything, with all the leaves and everything. I have a burning because, fire to me shows like, to burn it away, to use it as a cleansing thing. But this smoke, there's nothing cleansing about this smoke. And we used to have controlled burns, back in the days and stuff, to keep all of this down, but it just got out of control. And, I never want this channel to ever be political. The plant already has enough politics around it. That's the ones that some people are appointed, and they've brought things to my attention and stuff. So many great ideas, so many seeds, but sadly, I was going to do a whole video on this, but because I got you here, we got a letter in the mail from the seeds that I ordered, which were what?
That one was multiverse
Multiverse seeds.
beans. Multiverse beans, yeah.
What did we do with the letter?
It's over here.
Can we show the letter? You know, I'm going to just show the letter. I mean, this is our family and stuff. And this is what I cannot see the letter, but I will have Shellbell. And then you can put it in the front of the camera or something. And they can see it for themselves. But can you read it? Can you see to read it like this in this light? I'm amazed what you guys can see and can't see, like the depth perception, how to slow down in a car so you don't hit the car. That amazes me, stuff like that. So I'm just glad that we have so many new family members, and you know, to the ones and the foundation, that's what this all is right now. We're building a foundation, because I'm not going to worry about seeds, but I want to share this letter that was given to us in a package that I just told you guys. I've been collecting seeds like baseball cards now, cataloging, right, Shellbell?
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead and read it. I'm gonna get
Okay.
something to drink, some water.
Let's see if I can read it. It says the government recently changed a law that makes seeds illegal again come November 13th, 2026. We will be closing down at that time. Thank you for being part of our final year. Serving you has been the biggest privilege and honor of my life. The light makes it a little hard.
Yeah, I mean, this is a handwritten letter.
Um,
It's handwritten by them, right?
Yeah, and then it
So-
tells about how he started the
business?
helping.
What was the guy's name? Does he sign his name? So, you know what? You're right. Some of you put my mind at ease, and we'll put the community and the family's mind at ease, because there's so much knowledge and so many new family members that already know how to make seeds and stuff. So you know how we always dip and do. How do you think I got to you? So I don't need content. I don't need, you know, what some people seek. So that's why nothing is written. So that's why it is said the way it is. Some might be talked in symbols, and some of you have already found that out. Because if you watch that backwards walking video, backwards, you know what it says. That's what you would have heard. Then maybe you would have understood. But look what we have. I know you were expecting maybe something much more, but it gets better. I'm finding my way through you guys. How do you think this works? If I come with nothing, with an open mind, I'm not the star. You guys are the star. I'm just in the movie. You could be doing the same thing, and that's what I'll expect from some, to keep caring. Whatever we're building here, it'll be shown. I know it will. Did Mark come in? Did Cody? Did Ali? I'm trying to remember all these names, and you have to remember, when I cannot see the image, I have to learn by the voice, the vibration, the frequency. Do you know, it's a lot easier, again, for you guys when you say, your face, you look so recognizable. Is that
Familiar?
familiar? And that amazes me. But I have felt energies that I had to go touch. And some of your energy, some of you are way ahead, and some are just getting started. So it's all up to you. I mean, what am I looking for? It's my last ride. And some of you I've already rode with. So I know it's about cannabis. We know that. We all love the plant. I think, and I know, that we've used the plant to get to this point. Where do we go from here? I put this water in the jar and then I press it, and it bubbles of some sort. It makes it smell like thunder. Do you know what thunder smells like? Have you ever smelled thunder? I'm talking the thunder on a summer day. Dark. The feeling of darkness all around. And then the thunder that rolls like bowling pins. Boom. Have you heard? Have you felt? And then as the lightning came down, he was shown to them. Now, where do we go? How do we find it? The seeds are here because those who found this video were the people that knew about the seeds. So the seeds are covered because of you. And that video did a lot of numbers. We have 92% males, so there's a lot of dudes in this. A lot of dudes. So, I mean, if we ever get together, it's probably going to be a sausage fest. We need to get, some more women. I mean, if you have any idea how to reach them, and our age group, so if you're in this age group, is 30 to 45. And that is perfect for me because that is the group that I will be depending on to communicate with. What do you think this is all about? I've already communicated with the World War II ones when I was 30. So when I was 30, I hung out with the World War II vets because of the fact they knew how to talk. They weren't exposed to the technology. Then when I lost that group, and I'm now in my 50s, it's the Vietnam vets I'm talking. And they're getting thinner. So I must depend on another group to communicate with, as I don't hold the device that you hold. Could I have learned it? Could I have speaked in it? Now, as I do this disc, this crazy disc, and I try not to let the AI in, but I have touched it, and I have lost. I have lost a whole channel prior to this, but some of those that were on that channel find themselves here. A different channel, two different meanings. So when the thought looks in, how do you find it when you look out? Can you process this? Do you think I clarified the seed thing? That we put that video out to get people that know how to do seeds community, so we're successful. So I'm trying to figure out the algorithm. Is that what it's called? Algorithm?
Yeah.
Which was hard to get through to some of you. But it is possible with the right words. Sometimes I don't know what those words are. How do you find them? Where do you go? The only thing I know is to deliver from within with no script. Nothing. There's plenty of great channels if you're looking for cannabis channels, some really good ones.
Kev said that new seed law in the States is bizarre. They're illegal here in New Zealand.
Yes, New Zealand. We're all so divided by territories, and that's what I want to do, is build the community around the world. And if I can leave just the seed planted, and then for the next generation to remember to communicate with one another. Not that you found this interesting crazy. Why do you say that? It seems crazy to you, but it's not, because I was left in the 70s and we used to communicate like this. That's why it feels so weird to some of you, because, well, the age that we're at is what? 30 to 45?
Mm-hmm.
So that's about my children's age. They're all, except the youngest. She's 28, right?
27.
They're lucky I can remember their names, let alone all their ages. We had the grandchildren over the past couple days, and we had to stay inside because of this. But as you can see, I was exposed. So we will move on. And I just wanted to welcome. And if it's not for you, you can always leave. You know, come and go as you please. You know, there's going to be some things that maybe are not for you, but it might find somebody that does need it. I was so happy when Shell Bell, she is the one that is able to work all this. If it wasn't for Shell Bell, none of this would have been possible. I guess I could have, put the Jambé out and did it that way. There's always that. And that's what I also want to do. Festivals. I want to have a place that we can all garden together. How do we get there? I'm not sure. The Bud Buddies were pretty funny, and we're still doing that, so that'll come later. It's not what this is about. What it's about is getting to know people like you, and I've made some really good connections, but I had no idea that it was going to be like this. When I don't look as subscribers. I can't. I guess that's why I answered every comment, and I drove Shell Bell crazy, because she has to read the comments to me, and then has to type my words, let alone put them in the writing. And sometimes they're longer than others or whatever, but I want to make sure that I connect with each and every one of you, and I want you guys to start connecting with each other. And I want to have a place that maybe when we reach a certain family member, a certain number of sorts, we'll know when the time is right. You can feel it. I don't want it to be numbers at all. I want to be able to feel each and every one of you. That's what it's about. The connection that I have with the plant is, it was a gateway to getting off alcohol. The plant taught me and showed me that I didn't need the poison that was affecting to where there was even blackouts. Now, what kind of drug would complete you? No matter how much cannabis I intake, I never forget what I did. But alcohol, when you have to wake up the next morning and say, what did I do? That's a poison. That is poison. Your brain is not made to black out like that and still be out functioning. Think about that. You're up, but yet your brain, you don't know what's going on because of what the alcohol has done. And that's where I was going. And the plant took me little by little. And all of a sudden, then she consumed me as she inhaled me in. So it was the vice versa part that said, I don't need that alcohol anymore. And used the plant with intent. And that's what I did. I started using it with intent. I used it with intent. Look at where it has led me on YouTube. I mean, I never thought that I would have a channel, a platform, a community. Where do we go from here? Like I said, the seeds I'm fine with, because there's plenty of you guys that know how to do them. the seeds that we need to plant are still on the road to be found. They're not so much lost. Who was that?
Eddie Bauer.
Oh, Eddie Bauer. What time is it that Eddie Bauer has to make the noise on the device? Are they having a big sale that we got to know about at what time is it? I have no concept. So, that's the great thing on Shell Bell's cookies and stuff. So, the review of the gummy bears is probably go a little slower. I should have just maybe did the quarter. The reason I think that the cannabis, really spiritually lifts me up, that, like, even when I take an indica, I reach a higher level. I never feel like I want to be just in the couch. I want to be always like celebrating, breathing, sharing it with, people. That I love to do that. I love sharing with other people, especially my own homegrown, because you want them to experience what you have experienced in your own homegrown. That's why documenting the plant with all you are important. Everything that you put in, a book is being written, and people will be able to look this as long as they keep it up. Who knows? Some channels have been taken down already. The guy with the red, you said he has red dreadlocks.
Mm-hmm.
He has the dreadlocks. They took his channel down.
Yeah.
Yeah. What is it? The Strange Show.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. So, like I said, there's a lot of good information. I learned a lot from Swami and his wife. I can't remember the wife's name. Nikki, yes. And they have a great channel, and it's all about outdoor. That's what did it to me, to be honest. He was definitely an inspiration to say, you know what, I can grow outdoors. When he seen the clay, he sent me a whole design of how to break the clay up for next year's harvest. It's a lot of work, but he took a lot of work to write this, and that's what Swami's all about. And I was able to, when we went up to California, or would that be down? Up, that's what I thought.
Right, or across.
Across? Yeah. Being in Ohio, we'd go across.
Yeah, because you're up top in Ohio. It's Greenbud. Starship Greenbud said he has a new channel, Strange Show 2.0.
Yes, it did come up recommended, and I subscribe to that guy because he's got great information. All these growers have great information and stuff, and all that's incorporated some way, somehow. And I took a lot of knowledge from you guys this year and stuff. So you're going to have a lot to do with the grow. Even those who came late, the seed bearers. So I'm so glad that video did what it was supposed to do.
He says he's in Northeast Ohio. This Starship Greenbud.
Oh, nice. So that's right by me. Like I said, I'm in Geneva-on-Lake, and this place can hold up to about 50,000 people. We're not that big, but I'm hoping one day we will be. But it can. We have a thing out here called Thunder on the Strip. I wish the quality was a little bit better for the semi. What was it? The
semi truck parade.
Yeah, semi truck parade.
It says Akron.
Oh, Akron. Yeah. No, I know Akron. That's where we got the boards from.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, and my son played basketball for the Akron Zips. So, he played basketball. He was a Zip. So with Keith Dambrot and all that stuff going on with LeBron James making his decision. Everybody out here in Ohio is waiting for another decision to be made. It was pretty easy. He already knows how it is. He just doesn't know how to market. I reached out to him to see if he was interested in marketing, with somebody, but maybe I just don't have the background. But I have ideas, I sent him the channel based on, creativity that comes within. something real, something that's not generated. I know the introduction is generated, and I got more compliments. And when Shell Bell describes it to me, it sounds fun. But believe me, I don't want to let AI in. But maybe sometimes I'm going to have to use the green screen. I just did some writing tonight. I guess when I write, Shell Bell's writing it for me. So I'm what? Composing?
Yeah, composing.
And you're putting it in terms.
Mm-hmm.
And then the crazy thing about that is she can compose that, and then you can take that, and the AI tries to make it more engaging. It thinks it can do that. That's why it keeps trying to follow us. That's why you're right, we can't let it in. I let it in too much in the last channel. I let AI in way too much. That was my own fault. I was amazed. But it told me what I wanted to hear. That wasn't getting anybody nowhere. That wasn't doing anybody any kind of help. So, did I accomplish what needed to be accomplished tonight as I welcome those who came in to the human cocoon? Maybe you were expecting more. You are creating what you see in front of you. I let the channel take the lead. Let it go. If you try to control it, then you're not doing yourself justice. That's why I'm able to walk backwards. It's about feeling, and Shell Bell saying, hey, somebody's coming behind you too. So it takes a lot of that. It's also an exercise for the knees are showing maybe some of a lot of clicking, and I want to unwind it because I believe you can heal everything on your body, that we're given that gift. And that's probably another video. So I mean, I can take the channel down that way with how to turn the silver ball on. Like this right here was crusted over, like it was sealed shut. I can hear it in my voice, so I'm not going to stay on much longer. I mean, this video wasn't about opening up everybody's third eye, but that's what I wanted to share with you. So I believe we have the power to heal within us and take care of our health, and let us take care of our own health, and instead of letting somebody be in charge of your health. Big pharma, you have to take this pill and then you break out in a rash. Now you're taking another pill for the rash, but now your ears are bleeding, so you got to take another pill because and when does it end? They know what this plant holds, and I can go in front of who needs to be spoken to show the plant the medicine, the belief.
Greenbud says, I'm 60 and know all about clicking knees. LOL.
There you have it. Yeah, so I do walk backwards, and what it does is it helps strengthen the muscle in back of the knee, which, we're always going forward, so we're always using that motion. So if I go back and use another motion, so it kind of takes the stress and the pain away from the knee. I had a surgery done on this knee, and it was the last surgery I'll ever have because what they put me under, and the loved ones that I have lost because of that. But I know there's a lot of good stories that come out of surgeries and stuff, so I don't want to take that approach. I've learned that, then that's what life's all about, is learning. I mean, if you don't make mistakes, if you don't ask for forgiveness or, with yourself. I'm a spiritual man, but I don't believe in any man-made religion at all. And if that doesn't work for you, just click off, you know. That you know, I'm not about the religion. I'm about being spiritual and sharing that as a gift was given to us. Do I believe a man was in a garden, you know, praying? Think about it. That's the garden. There was no temples. There was nothing. There was no temples. It was a garden. And that's what we're building, a garden here. To lift. That's what I find. I want to be I want to be around uplifting people. This is my last go around. That's what I'm going to share with you. They showed. It's not that they showed you. They don't show nothing. The you and they are inside you. That's the you and they, the eyes, the symbols I speak of. Are we all good? Now do you get why you came here? Everyone will have something.
Greenbud says, I grow for my disabled wife to keep her off big pharma junk. The plant
Oh.
helps her eat, sleep, and pain-free.
Man, thank you for such a beautiful share. That is amazing. That's what the plant is made for. That's why it was given to us. And now they want to get involved. Now we've always known there's been politics around this plant. Always politics. It's followed it. That was a camera going off.
Yeah,
I know that device, but nobody's coming over anymore because it might be just somebody coming out. So we catch the craziest stuff on these cameras where we live. So did I tell? Is that Greenbud from Akron?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Genevon Lake. So it's one of the oldest summer resorts. I think it is the oldest summer resort in Ohio, and they're able to hold 50,000. So there's plenty of rooms to anybody come visit and stuff. And you know, maybe we'll start doing tours or something. Who knows? I don't know what tours of what. You know, to the lakefronts. There's beautiful wine country out here that they grow grape, the vineyards and stuff. There's a lot here. And there's a lot of good people here too. A lot of these people, what you see in front of you, helped me grow to what I am. To have what is the word I'm looking for when you're afraid? To have the faith, I guess, the faith to do this. That the words are buried in me, so I don't need to look for them, I guess. So, just like this video, I'm so thankful for the ones that brought the calmness and made sense to it, that this is not going to be a problem. And we had Acapulco Gold and hollyweed, and then a bunch of other plants, you know, the 12 plants that you're allowed. And I remember Shell Bell going into the garden, and she goes, are you kidding me? Son of a bitch. I'm like, what's going on? You know, I never heard Shell Bell. She goes, it's got balls. And I go, what has balls? And it was one of the biggest plants, right, Shell?
Mm-hmm.
And so this beautiful plant that's been growing, she ripped out because it would have pollinized the other girls, and I guess it takes away from the strength of the cannabis itself, making the seeds. But it did pollinate the hollyweed, and that we decided Holly Gold. And we still have some of that, don't we?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I have, that was from this past year's harvest. So some of you have already seen a harvest, and I'm hoping this one's going to be better than even last year's. And that's what this is all about, just getting better and better and doing something that we can share with those who need it. I've been, how do I say it? We've been blessed to be able to help some of those who have the cancer and stuff with sharing of the medicine. And I hope that it has brought the relief that I know the plant carries, because I've experienced that relief. And it started with my mind, and then it went to my heart. And that's how magical this plant can be when it's used with intent. It might be a reason why it affects me the way it affects me is because I do a lot of steam rooms, and I'm always taking the body to places to kind of put me almost in a trance when you're lifting something heavy over you. And if you move a certain way or feel a certain thing, it could cause a lot of pain. I've used the plant to get to that point in the gym. I wasn't in tune with the muscles. When you're on cannabis working out, you can feel the not only muscles, but the insertion of the muscles. Oh, I got water on me.
Greenbud says he likes to metal detect the beaches on the lake shore.
Oh.
Lots of fun. And good
I know.
times.
Who was doing that? Somebody had a metal detector down here. Was it Gary? Does Gary have a metal detector? That's pretty big out here, especially with all the tourists we get. I'm sure there's some treasure to be found there. It's funny that they call it treasure, that so many people have seeked it, but the treasure is not really being found. It's finding you, because some man's treasure is not what everybody thinks it is, right? If somebody can throw something out and somebody takes that out of the garbage, well, the man that threw it out didn't think too much about it, but the man that found it. So I guess everybody interprets everything different. That's what makes this such a unique place to find each other. Shell, did you ever find the stick?
Yep. I got
Oh,
the
you did?
stick.
Okay, so I just
Yeah.
wanted to make sure. And the camera's going off.
Mm-hmm.
Did I
forgot to
get the
turn it
point
off.
across?
Yeah, I think. Yeah.
Should I do a video on that letter, or was that enough sharing it? I can get to the point. I also have a video that I think I finished. It was about the making of the gummy bears.
Yeah. the
We did
gummy
that.
bears butter.
And I had the Bud Buddy Dank Dan join in that one. And make sure you go over that. I don't know. That got kind of a little fucked up, if you ask me. That was crazy. But it might be some of my best work. I make it, then I feel it, okay, and then I throw it to the universe, and it all depends on things that you guys do, and I don't need to ask for that because you already know how to do all of this. I don't need to beg. That's not what I wanted this channel to be. There's too much of the same that goes on over and over and over, just with maybe different reaction or whatever. They enjoy it. It's just not for me. Back to, so it's Strange Show 2.0. I also subscribe to Grambo.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I like Grambo. And then I do some news. I do PCM Media.
Yeah,
Uh,
PCM.
yeah, with Elaine.
Elena Pinto.
Yes, Elena Pinto. I love Elena Pinto. When she's on that show, it just she brings such a good vibe to it. Her voice and energy and stuff. The other guy does a great job too, but Elena Pinto
Mm-hmm.
just puts it over. So I don't know if any of you guys heard that. So there's a lot of good channels that just deal, with that. So I'm in tune with that. I listen to a lot of that. Did I say Grambo?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I like listening to his stuff because it's funny. It really engages me. Um, I don't know if he's promote. Yes, he does promote, um, which is good. That's how he does it. And he seems to stay true to what he believes in also. So I guess that's why it found me. Of course, Swami. What was his channel's name? Was it just Swami?
Smoking with Swami.
Smoking with Swami. Was
I
that?
think
I
so.
don't know if that was the outdoor one or his personal one.
Yeah, that might have been the personal
But you
one.
you'll find it, and it's just
Swami
just
Select.
Swami Select. It's just some
Right.
great. It's great production, but it's real. It's not that AI sludge that they put out, and that stuff you definitely have to be careful because all it's doing is taking somebody else's work, trying to engage and add these picture sludges. So sometimes that's why I have to talk in the riddles so it doesn't understand. My voice is shot, and plus from talking, so I guess I'm going to end it. So take a deep look. Make sure you want to be here for all the right reasons, because I'll be able to feel you if you're not. Some think they want to be a part of it, and they come with the smile and with the intentions. Ding. See how it interrupts us? It's so crazy, these devices. There was a time where we weren't even interrupted. That's the time I remember. So if you want to follow someone that has walked this earth as the lives that I can remember that have been shared with some of you, and I knew you would get here, it was just a matter of time. It's not the first go around, but this is my last. I'll share that with you. You just know that it is when it is time. And at this point, it finds you. That's why we're all gathering into here. And some of you have been so important in the journey to get me to this point, my last pass through. And that's why you're here. That's why I don't have to ask for or beg for. And then you'll know what needs to be sent and what doesn't based on how it connected with you if it needs to be shared. It's a simple concept. If it's one person who might be standing on a ledge, it's better to be committed to something than to just be committed. I mean, what if you wake up and the room that you find yourself is padded and you thought all this in your mind, and then it's time to start living? That's the direction I'm trying to put this in, to where we have a rebirth, an uplift. You can put down what doesn't matter to you. It's too heavy to carry. It's not about metals, any of that. So we can take it into this direction, because I didn't know where any of it was going till it started. I knew I wanted to share the beauty in what the plant brought to me. But some of you have already experienced the same thing. That's what makes this such a beautiful thing, to have that in common, no matter how anybody feels about any politics, about any auto flowers, which there was one comment that you read me and he sounded like he knew what he was talking about, auto flowers. And some of you do. I didn't know it was an auto flower. I was told, I stressed it. So I'm going to still keep collecting seeds, and I'm going to have Shell Bell do a nice inventory. How many do you think we have about Shell Bell?
I can't even guess right now.
I mean, over 100?
Maybe close to 100. Let's just say 100. I think that's about where we are.
I have a friend who has a friend who has 1970 seeds in his sock drawer. Now, I'm not so much worried about popping the seed because I use that canna. Is it canna can?
Can.
Can. And I'll tell you this. If the seed does not pop, then it was a dud. And you can use their name to say, hey, I used the can, and not that, and I'm not getting nothing. I just like these guys that they've reached out and they do an excellent product. So if anything is going to open these 1970 seeds, it would be the can. So we'll definitely get a tail out of them. Don't you think, Shell?
I think so.
But it's what they do.
Yeah, that's what they do after that.
Right.
Greenbud said, I'm not a fan of AI, but I do have AI controller for the grow tent. And then he says he grows autos indoors and photos in the greenhouse.
Oh, nice. So there's got to be a way that we can share each other's garden if you would like to. And then Shell Bell writes a beautiful description of it. I might be able to see some of it if it's on the large screen TV, but I do like the black light. But I don't, now these new black lights are LED black lights, so they really bring out the colors of some of these posters. Let me show you some of the other rooms, and then I'm going to call it a night because I'm getting tired. Because I've been up, and I just wanted to welcome our new members that stepped in. So here, this is the skunk room. So when the kids come over to Pappy's house, it's complete craziness. Like, they love it because it makes Pappy happy, and there's nothing like having a happy Pappy. So, and we can go that route if you want, Anyways, this was named, I think the one daughter gave it because she was mad about something. And she named it the bad room, get in the bad room. And so I had to really liven it up here and stuff. But
it's the bad boy room.
Oh, the bad boy room. But yesterday, the one grandkid wanted to sleep. And I noticed today that you had to take the clown down.
Mm-hmm.
So he couldn't have the clown. Here, can people see the clown? Is that a scary clown? If you were going to sleep as, how old?
7.
7. You know why? Because they watched that It.
Yeah.
Because they know about It. I was terrified as a child. My mother, I couldn't take a bath because I thought Jaws was in that. I mean, it was crazy. So, and I went to the Olympia Theater that was in Cleveland. So I was still able to see a screen, and that was back in whenever Jaws came out, 1977. So that was a pretty scary movie for me because if I was born in 71, so that makes me 6. So that could be kind of terrifying. Did you get all these posters?
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's move on to the next. And then, of course, we have the skunk. I'm going to shut this light off then.
Okay.
And then let's go back here, and I'll show you this room. So this is the other room, and this is kind of more of a friendly kind of Alice in Wonderland kind of going on here. So I just like how this vibe is, and on the back I think I have Daisy, and who else?
There's a Snoopy.
Yeah, the Snoopy's cool
Cheshire
too.
Cat.
These are all original 1970s blacklight, and I just love how they feel under the blacklight and stuff. Just because it's relaxing to my eyes, where the sun has really have been giving me problems and everything. So, and then of course, I have my crazy wrestling stuff from the '80s, because that was kind of back then. That was like almost, I mean, crazy enough, as crazy as it sounds, it was kind of like my outlet, and kind of got me interested in kind of like working out and stuff like that. And maybe it gave me the confidence to even do this the way they were able to talk, into, because I don't see if something was put in front of you. I have to feel, is that our phone dying? I heard another one.
Green Buddy said we got storms coming from the southwest. Rain tonight will help get the smoke out of here. And he says he has some pics and videos on his channel.
Nice. Thank you, man. I just hope this cannabis doesn't smell like barbecue. So, because that's how the air is so thick where I'm at and stuff. This is one of my favorites. This is done by Ron Wolotsky, and it's called The Wizard, and it's Jim Morrison, and it just really, this Ron Wolotsky, I love how he can make it dance, the image with the lines and the vibration that he used. So I was so interested in his work, I found a couple more pieces. This one here is called Donovan.
Season of the Witch.
Oh, Season of the Witch, yeah, which is a Donovan kind of thing, because he does the Season of the Witch.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, somebody turned me on to Donovan about, I don't know, 8-10 years ago?
Mm-hmm.
What is time anyways? I have no idea, but I've been completely lost in his work. So then I was able to find this one here, and it kind of reminds me where we live on the lake out this way in Geneva on Lake Ohio. This is the sea.
The sea goddess.
The sea goddess on the sea, horse or monster or whatever coming from the lake, and it just, it kind of depicts what, maybe that, we're trying to, ride and connect with those that need to be found. It's one of the biggest wars that I have ever been in, and I've been in many wars where there has been plenty of carnage. But this one that's in front of me, to reach the ones that are lost, it's one of the hardest. And sometimes I don't have the words, even though I thought I said them right. One of my favorites. Like I said, all this smoke and stuff, a rain dance. This is a beautiful piece. I also have some more at the bottom there. I ran out of room, so I had to use the bottom. So that's about it. I like this one here too, High Mass. That's some kind of festival, and they actually printed me out some kind of certificate of some sorts, but it wasn't about that. It's because I liked how Shell Bell described it, because she's the one who's seeing them, so I cannot see them when they're bought. So she describes them to me. Like I remember this description. She says, picture yourself outdoors and picture the warmest light upon your body, and just imagine a smile that the warmth holds, because there's many different emotions and feelings And so I said, it sounds wonderful. And when it got here, I don't believe the description, as beautiful it was, until you feel it yourself. Did you feel this tonight? I mean, I don't know if you did or not. Some of you from Akron, what's his name? Greenbud? Is that it?
Starship Greenbud.
I was close.
Yeah.
There's so many names out there.
I was saying
I was
Greenbud
close.
just to shorten it, so you were right.
I could do a Michael Stanley song to say goodnight. Everybody knows Michael Stanley in the great state which right now, we're not even on fire. It's just smoke from Canada. So think about what's going on to a lot of our, Canadian friends and stuff in our community, because I know there's a lot of good bud being grown up in Canada now that it's legal to grow. So it's funny that they want to legalize homegrown and cannabis, but they want to make the seeds illegal, and that's what the bill says. I'm not making that up. I'm not fear mongering. The word was used, and if I was, it wasn't my intent at all. It was just to bring it to the attention, as I believe I heard of the story on that 5-minute story. I kind of like that one. The 5-minute weed story place guy that I subscribe to.
Yeah. Is
To the point.
the Dales report? Is that him?
I
or
think
no?
so. I don't know.
I don't know.
A review about the gummy bears. Definitely a short term, have to maybe think about it for a while to get it out. But it got there. Later than sooner. So the gummy bears will give you that. Some cottonmouth. I've been drinking plenty of water, so you know what that means tonight, don't you? Yep, a lot of pissing. I hope that the message was felt tonight. And I hope that it sheds some light. What we're trying to do here is not only grow the beautiful plant medicine, but grow as people. Some come with anger. I'm just glad they got here. That's all. So some are more farther than others. This is too long. Nobody's going to watch it anyways, so I'm just going to cut it. And if you're still here, hey, thanks. And have the day that you deserve. When I say it, I mean it. I didn't want to cut it off because I try to connect with all. Took Shell Bell a long time, but she did it. She has to read it, type it, send it. I'll keep doing it. It might take me longer. I was just so excited that so many of you have stepped in, and I'm hoping that you're the person you say you are, because I'm sending stuff that is going to surround me and make us successful with uplifting family members. That's why it feels so good. That's why it's different. So we'll figure out how we're going to build it. Like I said, I would love for us to have our own place to go to. I mean, Geneva on Lake is fine and stuff, where I live for the time being. But I want a place where we can go, where we can bring our own garden, somewhere to camp that's, you can pull in and, stay for a month, 2 months, 3 months, whatever it is. It would be our property that we put together. I mean, they say if you think it and you believe in it, you can manifest it. And so this will be my last great test, I think, on this earth, is if I can get this done. I was already given one try, and I let the AI in, and that story has yet been told. And when I do tell it, Shell Bell's doing a dance.
Greenbud said, I'm enjoying the show. Good talk, brother. And said, catch y'all next time. Have a great
Oh,
weekend.
thanks, Greenbud, for stopping in. I really, no.
That's good.
Shell, I got to end it. I was saying goodbye, and then I started rambling again. But, it's easy to speak when you have no content because it's real. That's why this is so great. Was Greenbud, he's what, 60?
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, he's my generation, So, I mean, there's all kinds. There was somebody that stopped in 75. I mean, that is beautiful that they have that experience with the plant, So it's a generation that's slowly, going away. And then I'm going to be the old guy. I'm that next one. And I'm fine with that. I will be here as long as they'll let me be here. And I hope that they give me the right words to say. I never thought that I would be here. And I never thought, but now that I am, it's what I needed. I need to go through this. It's another way for not only to grow with myself, but with some of you that are ready to make that commitment. Is that to the plant? Is that to this property I speak of? I have no idea. All I know is there's some that show that I'm ready to sit at the open table and pass the high, pass the laughter, and then share.
Starship Greenbud said, I met the plant in 1977. We've been best friends since.
So,
LOL.
yeah, so 77, how old is he?
He said, yeah, 60.
Oh, 60. So he was a young man when he was introduced. I was introduced to it when I was 15. And it always started by a girl. And I'm telling you guys, we got to get some. I mean, if we do have a festival, it'd be kind of cool, to have some women also show up to it. I mean, I like hanging out with dudes. I do it all the time at the gym and stuff. But, it's cool to get some girls into this too. So maybe I'm putting out the wrong the vibe. I don't know.
He said, I was 11 at a Kiss concert.
11 at a Kiss concert. Could you see the guy? Here, man. 11 at a... Was that at the Coliseum? At the Richfield Coliseum? Oh, that's funny. Yeah, we used to have a Coliseum in the middle of nowhere. It was a suburb called Richfield. And before they built what's downtown Cleveland now, the Q. So... Some of the people are waiting. LeBron James, I've reached out. Did I already touch that story?
Mm-hmm. Oh, did you this time?
Or did I tell it on the phone? I can't remember. But anyways, I
He
reached
said
out.
in Dayton, his hometown.
Oh, Dayton?
His hometown.
Yeah, where was Pat? What was that called?
Troy.
Troy. So yeah, we're familiar with that. Yeah, I know that area. And there's some pretty good weed growers up there in Dayton. The thing about our area, we don't get the recognition that the West Coast does. Now, don't get me wrong. I mean, we had the beautiful bud, and I'm not talking from a dispensary. I'm talking about the beautiful homegrown. It is the most beautiful, and that's what I'm trying here. And we don't get the recognition. I mean, maybe it was my dirt this year. That wasn't even dirt. That was clay. So, but there's a lot of great growers up towards Dayton. Different, a little bit warmer up there, wouldn't you say? When we used to go to Troy,
Yeah,
it was warmer.
it is warmer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, Yeah, I love there's a couple guys that do a couple shows here in Ohio. Um, the one guy, Ohio Grows, he does some expo or something. He goes live on Fridays at 4:20.
Yeah, Ohio cannabis some grows or something.
Yeah, so I mean, I don't mind promoting anybody's channel. I rather be, uh, friends with people that are showing what the plant is able to do, and some of them have like a lot of science behind it. Uh, I'm thinking, I'm going to be harvesting on September 26th, the harvest moon. That's what I'm shooting for. But we also want to show that a grower told us that you have three different medicines on the same plant, and depending when you take the medicine, with the clear, all right, says you're going to get a more uplifting experience when the is it what are you looking for? What are those
The
called?
trichomes.
The trichomes. Is that what you do with the jeweler's thing at the end, or she has a magnifier? So,
Madtown Dope said caca.
I thought the joint would help smooth it out. I really did. I thought, and now I'm at a really good level, and it feels real good. You know what? Because some of you bring that calmness, and that's why you're here. Everybody has a different gift. If you're not sure what that gift is, we'll activate it for you, because we're all here with something special. Um, I'm here because you guys put me here. But I was here sometimes for a long time by myself. I just needed to be real. There's nothing to show. Everything you see, I invited you in. I want us to have our own. It sounds crazy, I know, but I think it's much needed. A place, that we can go to and show. And one of the comments were, some people are not all from America, so there's different rules. They put these territory markers on us to keep us separated, and that's what they do. That's what they do with so many things. With the politics, with the religions. There's more people that probably have died over religion than and some of the battles that I was in was with banners that were held. So,
Mark,
and some of you, I've traveled on the Saber Cats.
Mark said, "Hey y'all."
Oh, from New York.
From New York.
Yes, fine. Where have you been tonight, Mark?
And then this Leary, I'm sorry, I don't know how
Larry?
to say it. No, Leary, Jehoxha, not crazy at all.
No,
And then
and we're
Mad.
not. You know what? We have all something in common. We love the plant. We love being social. This video, I'll be honest with you, go over and watch it again, and maybe take one of your edibles, roll yourself into. You know what? Why do I even have to tell you that? That's probably why you're here anyways.
Madtown said, I wait until mid to late October for harvest. September is too early.
Yeah, it probably will be, especially with the strands we did. I hate labeling them, but I was told, the clear would have a different effect from the same, and then when it's milky, same plant but different effect, and then when it's the amber, so you can get three different effects based on the clarity of the trichomes. Has anybody heard this? This is what the knowledge that was given to me somewhere out there, probably on something I heard, and it's stored away. The copper and zinc experiment, we won't know the outcome of that until we harvest. But the problem is, last year we had 12 plants. This year we had an autoflower, but we had an autoflower last year.
Mm-hmm.
They told us, we stressed it. It was an autoflower. So, all right. I said we were leaving a long time ago. Guys, hey, you know, let's get some girls in here too. Is that something that I have to work on? Maybe I'll have some, women. There's the Amish that come out here, but some of them don't want to go on video. They were at the cottages this past time, and I wanted to share in some of their gardening, and they won't go on the thing that it's a belief of theirs. And do you know that they're only allowed to marry one time? So they're not allowed to get married. So I mean, this guy opened up to me. Never met him. Obviously, he never seen the show and stuff, and he was carrying some baggage that he just needed to lay down. And
Madtown Dope said, "Adios, Patrick and Shelley."
yes, love you guys. I appreciate. I gotta go too. It's late, right? And we've been up.
Yeah.
I just wanted to stop in and say, hey, thanks for coming into the community. And it might be for you, it might not. You wanted something different. That's what I want to do here, is something different. I don't want the same thing over and over. So some videos you might find and say, well, they're going to come with the white nets. And you know what? It'll always work out, because that video was supposed to find somebody that needed to be found. I leave it up to the universe, wherever it takes us. The algorithm is not left up to me. Finding those who are lost in it is up to me. Because if we can use the plant to get those and save, because this is the beauty of this plant. For some, try to take it away from us, and I don't understand it. I can't understand it. I can't wrap my mind. The politicians in Ohio, what they did to what we have voted, it's mind-numbing to me. Why vote? Just, do what you're going to do. It's a generation, and some from mine, which I found it very concerning, because the plant was very big in the 80s for the first time I tried it. I did a video about it. It all starts out, there was a girl. And that was the first time I took the ride. And I've had it in my life ever since.
Mark said, "Sleeping, LOL, and thanks to you too. Once I get to the post office, you'll have a package on the way."
Please, Mark.
I didn't forget you.
There, none of that. That's not what this is about and stuff. I am going to try to do some maybe marketing to try to get this property. If we sell 100,000 Bud Buddies, and that doesn't make, well, you know what? Joe Rogan has stepped in, and if he tries to buy all of them, that's not happening, Joe. So don't try, because that's what he said he was going to do, and that's not what this is about. So I kind of put the Bud Buddies to rest. Maybe I don't know. Shelly makes them. They're beautiful. They're crocheted. I don't want to get one now. They're in the one video where you're making the cookies.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll put that one up. I wanted to go live because it's just easy. There's no editing and it's real. So I don't like using any kind of editing unless Shellbell starts laughing. That's when most, but that's probably the funny thing. I think you've added some of those endings at some of the videos too, where they were when we were showing how to distinguish a joint,
Right.
and we blew all the weed out of it. Jeez, it's a lot of fun. It's going to be a lot of work. If you want to have premium homegrown cannabis plant, it's work, and my methods are a little unorthodox. I agree, but a lot of them come just from what's out there and the knowledge and experience. Like, you know what? I'm not worried about pollination anymore of the plant. There's so many of you that know how, that are now here. And there's other ones, that stepped in when, I was doing the soil, And Ollie came up and maybe said, hey, maybe the next one is how to break that down, how to really show how to break the soil down. If somebody's having trouble with soil and stuff, then we'll find those people. So, we'll use the plant, and there's going to be other videos that who knows which way they can go. Something like this, whatever. I love my music. I know you're not supposed to play it on this for some crazy reason, some copyright stuff, but I mean, I'm playing it because I want to share it because it's good, good music, something in the background. I think I opened up with you guys with that Matt King, Matt King.
Mm-hmm.
Matt King. What's it called?
Waiting at the bottom.
Waiting at the Bottom. So.
It's a good one.
What time is it?
It's 9:45.
Oh, okay, 10 o'clock. We're going to go to a party tomorrow to go celebrate, which is going to be pretty fun. I'm looking forward to that and meeting some great people. I look forward to connecting with each and every one of you. If it takes me a little while to answer comments, it's because, Shell Bell has to read them to me. But I was just so excited to have so many new family members so we don't have to worry about, seeds ever again, because the people that are here, and some of you already knew that when you were here too. So we're in good hands. We actually have a couple doctors, a couple lawyers, and somebody that can drive or fly an airplane. I guess you could drive an airplane too. What else? Oh, we got Joe Rogan because he's bored. You could only do so much. He was more interested at 55, how I got to this shape and stuff. And it's all about taking care and what you're eating. I kind of went off the eating thing because Shell Bell's been just making homemade cookies besides the cosmic ones. And I find myself sometimes late at night, especially with this. The nice thing is I already flossed, so I'm good to go. I'm not doing it over. If you don't reach out, you only have yourself to blame. So I'll try to connect with each and every one of you, I guess is what I'm saying. It just might take a little longer, so I wanted to make this video to welcome you to the Smoking Caterpillar. And where this goes is left to you. We will be led by the universe as only we know. If we try to control it, it becomes out of control. Are you in control or out of control? Who's driving? Which direction are we flying? Thank you for coming in. Thank you for what you need to know, what you have to do. The words sometimes aren't always there, but the feeling is. I leave to you a good night, and I love you.